What's up, guys? Thanks for coming to Unbiased Election Projection's first ever live stream.
Hello, and I am so hyped to be here with my good friend Henry. So, just so you guys know, he is actually a conservative, kind of right of center, and yeah, basically, just kind of centrist, but also right of center. So, all of you guys, so domnom22888 or 28s, tell us what the topics be. Spam them in the chat, like just say anything that you want us to.
That's also appropriate and relevant.
Yes, not yeah. So yeah, so we're just gonna wait for the first topic to be in the chat, and also we have a moderator here. Hello.
Hi.
So yeah, okay. So okay. So currently we have 2 viewers who are four. Okay, that's awesome. So just spam. Okay. We have our first topic from Dom2288. So immigration. So I'll start on this and time me for 60 seconds.
Right.
So immigration is a fundamental to American democracy because without immigrants, our country would not be able to to operate well economically. Immigrants provide with every immigrant that comes into our country, that's a new job opportunity, and they're not stealing jobs, or they're creating jobs. Many of the successful Americans are immigrants, and all we need to do is just essentially have a better system, because obviously you wouldn't want to have people just coming into the country illegally, but you also don't want to have them being locked into inhumane centers for detention. All right, so Henry, I'll let you talk now.
I actually agree with this view. I think that immigrants are good. I just think that we should have a stronger policy to protect from illegal immigration, which I do not believe is good. But I think that Unbiased Election Projection shares my view. Is that right?
Yeah, so it looks like we have similar views, somewhat moderate views on immigration. Alright, so currently we have 5 people watching. Just tell us the next topic, and we will get right into it, kind of like we did for immigration. It's going to be quick, and the stream is probably going to be 30, maybe 35 minutes in terms of total length. So, yeah, just tell us what you want our next topic to be, and we will... Oh, healthcare, James. Alright, so I will start, or actually, Henry, okay, you can start on this one.
I can start on this one. Okay. I honestly believe that healthcare should be cheap, but not too cheap, because doctors do more than they're paid for. Honestly, I think doctors should be paid more, and for doctors to be paid for healthcare, sadly, has to be higher cost. But the good thing is that sometimes the government will pay for your healthcare if you apply for a good program. Like, I believe that we should have a good program, but not everyone should be getting free healthcare. That's just not fair.
Alright, so I actually have pretty similar views to Henry over here. So, in this regard, I identify as a liberal, but I'm actually quite moderate on this issue. So, Medicare for all would be a disaster. Hi Jake. This is a live stream, and I'm debating my good friend Henry, who is more conservative than I am. So, yeah. Okay, so basically, going back to healthcare, I think healthcare is essential to Americans because there are people in this world who unfortunately have to decide, do I want groceries? Hi, Neiman. Or do I, should I skip the groceries, or should I skip a trip to the doctor? So, do we need to have a public option that's kind of like a safety net, not really a single payer system, but a safety net that would help people who don't have the opportunity to pay for it. So I see new people are coming in. So yeah. All right. So please give us our next topic. We will debate it. So bottom line for healthcare, Henry and I are both pretty centrist on this one, although I do lean to the left. Okay, gun ownership from James. I will start on this one. Guns are, and Henry's actually nodding it because I know he disagrees with me on this one. Guns. The only intention of a gun is to kill. Alright, so the Neiman... Okay, so the only intention of guns are to kill. A gun is a killing machine. And there are GOP congressmen and congresswomen who are sitting there saying that people are the problem. If that's the issue, then go ahead and kill all the people, and there will be no more death. That is a silly proposition. We need to have background checks on every gun, and for those of you who are saying violation of a Second Amendment, I don't care, because everyone who gets their hand on a gun needs to have a background check. And if you're a good person, you should not be worried about this. Henry.
I agree that everyone should have a background check. I don't think that people should just be handing out guns freely. But I do believe in the right to bear arms, because let's say you're in your house and someone breaks into your house and they hold a gun to your face. What would you do? Would you rather die or shoot them? I mean, I personally believe that if you have a background check and if there is a perfectly good reason for you to shoot someone, you should be allowed to.
Alright, so yes, I don't believe in banning guns, but there have to be regulations put in place because you wouldn't want a mentally ill person getting your hands on a gun. So we have another question from Gavin Foreman on minimum wage. So currently we have 8 viewers and 5 likes. Please smash that like button, and we will now start on our next topic. So Gavin Foreman, minimum wage. So Henry, I will let you begin on this one.
Okay. Minimum wage, I think right now it depends on what job you have. Honestly, like let's say you work at McDonald's, I think the minimum wage is appropriate. Like if you work at McDonald's, you're not going to get a big paycheck like you're a cashier. Come on, people. But I think if you have minimum wage for working for another thing, for example, trying to think of another example. I can't think of another example, but
Walmart?
Walmart is the same. You're just handing out cash. Like I could do that and I wouldn't care if I get paid or not. But honestly, I agree with minimum wage.
Okay, so I think it was more like per hour. What should the minimum wage be, Henry?
More per hour? I think the minimum wage should be like $14, $15.
Okay, so I actually okay, this is interesting because the minimum wage is a tough thing to analyze, and I want to shout out Dom 2288 because inflation can happen because obviously, like you can't just pay people like $50 an hour, everyone, because that would cause the economy to crash. But we do need to have a solid system because people should not be working, people should not be working for 40 hours a week and not having enough money to put to have a sustainable life and put food on the table and clothes on their children's backs or their backs. So we must talk about generally. So we need to give an incentive towards corporations to pay their workers more. For example, by raising the minimum wage, that essentially indirectly that requires corporations to hire less people. And so on the surface that sounds bad, but that spreads more people to go around, and it actually does create jobs. So thank you for that question. That was Gavin Foreman. So our next question, the Neiman channel, teachers. All right, so I will get started. I'm not sure what it was because teachers isn't a question, it's a statement. But I'll just, teachers deserve, so much money. It is absolutely incredible that there are public school teachers who will be hybrid that aren't having enough money to sustain a life for their children. And by the way, James, I already released the presidential one, and the Senate one is coming out in a few days. So anyways, so yeah, what was I saying? I was talking. Okay, teachers deserve so much more money than they earn, and I just really am one of the true believers that teachers should be paid more than athletes. And I know we can't regulate that, but we need to raise the teachers on average are paid like $50,000 a year. That needs to be at least $75,000 because that's absolutely ridiculous. That they are equipping the future of America with knowledge, and they're not getting paid. That is absolutely ridiculous. All right, Henry, I'll give you a chance to talk.
I actually agree with him on this topic. I believe that teachers should actually be paid a bit more because they do educate everyone. Like, before Bill Gates was Bill Gates who he is now, he had to go to school and get taught. Like, his teachers should be paid a lot more than they should. Every teacher should be paid a lot more than she should. Oh, you meant it as a minimum wage job?
Okay. So Neiman, okay. So James Henry does have a YouTube channel. It's called GG Sir Henwolf. I will pin it in the comment section. But Neiman, as a minimum wage job, teachers should not be paying, or teachers should not be paid the same amount as a cashier at McDonald's. That's just ludicrous. So.
Yeah, teachers should be paid a lot more than McDonald's.
And
honestly.
yeah, so I laid out a plan. $75,000 a year is the minimum wage for teachers on a yearly basis. So we're gonna move on to taxes. Damien, Nemechek, and again, do spam topics. All right, so okay, so now we're gonna talk about let's go up. Let's see, taxes. So I know Henry disagrees with me on this one, but taxation is not theft. That is a crazy... I mean, just imagine America without taxes. No roads, no public schools, no public doctors, and, it is absolutely... it is absolutely insane that people believe that. Just imagine America without taxes. Like I just said, it's ridiculous, and we need taxes, and the rich should be taxed a lot more than the poor. In fact, the middle class... their taxes should be lowered from what they are right now, but the rich should be taxed a lot more. Remember, under FDR, who was widely considered to be the most successful president in American history, he raised the taxes for the rich to 70%, and they found loopholes, so it was actually more like a 45% tax on the rich. So just Chase Anderson. So we'll do that later for a second time. So now we're gonna move on to the Neiman channel's question: pro-choice versus pro-life. So I will start out on that, and So basically, for those of you who don't know, pro-choice, being pro-choice essentially means that you believe that a woman should have the right to choose whether to have an abortion. If you're pro-life, you're like, no, abortion is illegal. And I want to talk about the how hypocritical the Republicans are on this issue. They make this huge moral argument and talk about how it is immoral to kill a baby when they are in favor of the death penalty. And it is absolutely insane that people even let them make that argument, because that's not going to fly by me. I am against the death penalty because say someone kills another person, killing them is two wrongs don't make a right, is the bottom line in that regard. But in terms of abortion, in this case, a woman's life is sometimes threatened. Maybe she was raped, but stuff happens, and there's no place for the government in a conversation between a doctor and a woman. So Henry, I'll let you talk on this one.
I actually completely agree with this. I am not in favor of the death penalty. I think that death penalty is horrible. Also, more on topic than that, abortion I think is extremely horrible. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I agree with it. I don't know why I said that. I agree with abortion. I think that you should have the right to choose. Also, the baby cannot even survive without you. I believe that if you abort the baby within the first part of pregnancy, that is okay, because the baby is physically feeding off you to live. But if you kill the baby after the second part, it's like killing a human being.
So you're saying late-term abortion should be illegal, but not earlier?
Yes, but not earlier. Yeah, let's say...
I disagree with you on that one, because, again, there is no place for the government in a conversation between a doctor and a woman.
I'm saying let her have the right to choose. The woman gets to choose if she can abort the baby or not.
But you said that the late-term abortion should be illegal.
Yes, because that's the same as shooting someone.
I know, but...
And you said you're not in support of shooting, so...
I'm not, but a woman's life is sometimes threatened. Maybe she's raped, or maybe she's underage and her parents don't want her to be pregnant. There are sometimes choices that women need to have that the government really has no place in.
Then abort sooner. Honestly, if the baby could live by itself, then just put it up for adoption when it's born.
All right, so okay, so next topic. Chase Anderson asked for immigration. We'll do that later. Hiative. Okay, so spam topics for our next debate. Okay, we're already 50. Okay, do you believe that Trump, even if he just is a okay, this is a very tough one. Do you believe that Trump is a competent president? So I'll start off with this. Actually, okay, Henry, you can start it. Is Trump a competent president? And I know Henry is kind of on the fence about President Trump. I'm not a huge fan, but I'll let Henry go.
I believe that he has one remote idea that is good. I think that honestly, he is pretty not good because he has handled this coronavirus situation very poorly. But I am in support that he supports border protection. I believe in border protection, as I said earlier. I do not support illegal immigration. I support immigration, but not illegal immigration. But I think the wall is a stupid idea, personally. But I think that he has the right idea of border protection.
Okay, I think that Donald Trump... Okay, so bottom line, Henry, you like some of the stuff, but not a lot of the stuff he says. Donald Trump is the worst thing to happen to American democracy since Richard Nixon. He has been the worst president that we've ever seen, and he is just so bad for America. And I'll give you multiple examples. So, first of all, when he was first elected, all the stuff he said about women, I cannot believe that a woman would ever vote for it after hearing him brag about raping someone. Like,
he is a very bad person.
Yeah, personally, he's a horrible person. So, basically, I'll talk about what he did in 2017 in the first year of his presidency. Charlottesville. He called white supremacists good people. He said they're very good people on both sides. That's not true. White supremacists are bad people who clearly do not have the right values and should not be allowed to even voice that opinion, because that opinion has no place in this America. So Jason said Henry isn't conservative. Henry's kind of center-right. He's centrist on most issues, but he does lean a tiny bit to the right. But you're right, he's not super conservative. So as I was saying, in 2018, Donald Trump he made immigrants look like the devil, and I'm saying this because basically okay, okay, we'll get to that in a second. But basically, Donald Trump, he does a lot of the stuff that Adolf Hitler did back when he was in Germany. He made a scapegoat, and in this case, it was immigrants, and he constantly said they're the issue. They're the issue. If we bully them and if we demonize them, it'll fix everything. But that's not true. In 2019, all he did was divide the country over stupid issues that he really didn't need to do, and he called out 4 female congresswomen who are Democrats. I don't know why I said female, but congresswomen who are Democrats who were of a foreign descent, basically for being of foreign descent, and called them the Squad, and said they should go back to where they came from. So, yeah. I also want to talk about his horrible coronavirus response. He denied its existence in February. He called it a hoax in March, said it would disappear like a miracle, and literally didn't even wear a mask in front of the media. That is not the example that a president should set. And if we had a true leader who cared about its people instead of trying to make this a political game, this virus would be out of America, and we would be back to business as usual. But instead, Donald Trump has cost us 140,000 lives and millions of jobs. So I did kind of go off on a tangent about that. So I'm going to move on to the next question. DomNom2288, yes, I do agree with you on a 30-foot wall would just increase demand for 31-foot ladders. You're right about that. Alright, Jason, that was not very nice of you to say, so I'm going to put you in timeout, and I'm going to remove moderator.
Please.
I'm joking.
Don't.
Okay.
Remove him from moderator.
No,
okay, so we're going to move on, okay. So, Damian Nemechek said he believes that late-term abortion shouldn't be legal. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Okay. Okay. So that's the next question. Okay, DomNom2288. I don't know what you mean by punch a Nazi, but if you're a Nazi, then I probably would punch you because you're a horrible person.
I would personally punch a Nazi and then torture his entire family.
Kill
Kill them all, burn them at a stake. I am Jewish and despise Nazis.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I know. Damien Nemechek says, sorry, he said late-term abortion shouldn't be legal. Okay. Alright, okay. Oh yeah, so Damien Nemechek, Donald Trump did a decent job of handling the economy before COVID-19, but, okay, the Neiman Channel, he wants infrastructure spending. Alright, I will go first on this one, because I went first for the last one. So, this isn't an issue that's discussed too much, because, it's never been, entirely prevalent, but, infrastructure is important, because, obviously, we can't have a bridge that falls down after 3 cars go on it. That would be horrible. So, overall, I'm in favor of, increasing spending on infrastructure, but only by a couple million, tens of millions, $20 million maybe, or $30 million, because I believe there are more important issues, but again, infrastructure is very important to America. Henry, I'm assuming you agree with me on this one?
Yes, I completely agree. Infrastructure is important.
Alright, so, so spam questions, and I saw Govind Ramanan says, what do you think of Trump suddenly changing his tone about coronavirus? Yeah, so, it's a political play. I think that, his campaign told him, dude, I'm making a fool of yourself, and, well, he fired his little campaign manager, so I think that's,
Yeah, he just changed.
Yeah, he fired Brad Pascal, so, yeah. So he did do that, and it is kind of turning around for him. So his poll numbers are starting to flatten, but he's still in a very bad position, and I don't think that he'll be able to recover by November. He could, but it'll be interesting to see. He is kind of doing what he can do right now, but it may be too little too late. So Jason Marlin agreed. So yeah, basically, he's doing it because he knows that the majority of Americans, the vast majority, support having common sense in wearing a mask in public. Alright. So, spam questions, and then me and Henry will debate them. Okay. By the way, Henry's channel is DG Sir Henwolf. He does Fortnite as well. But go and sub to him, and, he's currently at 10 subs. Let's get him to 15 by the end of the stream. Okay. DomNom2288, yeah. I respect that. Okay. Spam questions, everyone. Currently, we have 8 viewers watching, 13 likes. So, let's keep going. Analytics. Alright, so we are currently... Oh, okay. Neiman, thank you for spamming questions. What do you guys think is the best direction? Okay, so, Henry, the Neiman channel says, what do you guys think is the best direction of the Democratic Party for 2024? Moderate like Andrew Cuomo, or progressive like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
I personally, as myself, am independent, but I will say probably if you support democraticness, or I said that wrong, you probably want a progressive candidate.
I think that's interesting because AOC is a very bad progressive in my opinion. She can't win elections at a federal level. Now Bernie, is probably even stronger than AOC, and Bernie's not a very strong candidate. So, if they want progressives, they should look like more like a Sherrod Brown or someone like that, for progressive leadership, or maybe like Ro Khanna or someone like that. But basically, I think that they should go the more moderate route. And, I would definitely suggest that if they want to win an election in the future, they go with someone like Andrew Cuomo, or, maybe, Stacey Abrams could be good. Again, Sherrod Brown is a progressive and a moderate at the same time. He's kind of a good option. It's weird to say. A Pro Political Talk is here, and so is Political Talking channel. Alright, so Pro Political Talk, he's my good friend. We do a podcast every week. So so Neiman, he is kind of progressive and moderate, I would say. So yeah, so Purple and Political Talking just popped in. So guys, but thank you, Purple. So basically, me and my good friend Henry, who is a more conservative person than I am, are debating topics that you guys get to choose. So spam it in the chat and tell us what you guys want us to debate next. All right. So Domnom2288, and yes, Neiman, Kirsten Sinema is a good candidate, although she is kind of moderate, so she probably wouldn't be able to get the progressive win out. But again, Democrats don't. They're gaining support rapidly, especially in areas like Arizona. And Sinema is the first Democrat from Arizona in the Senate for a very long time. So she's certainly a rising star. Alright, so Domnom2288, I'll get back to you. Where do you think that the Republican Party will go after Trump? What is the future of the party? Stick with the Trump. Okay, so I actually made a video about this a few weeks back of a suggestion from Progressive Rising. So basically, I'm going to talk about this first because Henry went first last time. Okay. So, yeah. I think that Trump is going to lose in 2020. And I think he's going to lose possibly quite big, or as Donald Trump would say, bigly. He has the chance to lose big. And I think, and I honestly think that he could very well. So, if Trump loses, the GOP is going to act, they'll be like, oh, we never supported Trump, or he's a rhino, or all that, kind of like they did to Bush after he became too unpopular. So, yeah. If Trump wins, it'll be interesting because, you know, the establishment GOP is going to come back, like Neiman just said, Nikki Haley. Maybe someone like Mitt Romney runs. It's possible. But for the populist GOP, kind of like Donald Trump, you know, maybe Josh Hawley runs or something like that. Or maybe even a Tom Cotton. So that's what I think the GOP's future is going to be. So now I'll let Henry talk. And so, Henry, is the Republican Party in the future going to stay with the Trump camp or the more moderate camp?
I honestly have no idea.
Hey, at least he's honest.
I will say that I believe that progressive is better to, like, increase effectiveness. But honestly, this politics stuff is more Ryan's thing. I'm not very good at it, but...
Well, I appreciate you debating me. And, by the way, Ryan isn't my real name. He was just calling me that for some reason. Henry, really?
Yeah, we love having nicknames.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
Also, Henry isn't even his name.
Yeah. His real name is Boris. Okay.
His real name is Boris.
Yeah,
I tell
okay.
you that.
Okay, so we're getting spams in the chat. Okay, so there is some talk. Purple and Henry. All right, so okay. Hi, Purple. Please sub to Purple. He has good videos. Guys, be quiet. So we're gonna move on to okay, the Neiman channel. Yeah, Nikki Haley probably is one of the best Republicans because she's moderate and could possibly take back the suburbs. Remember that in 2016 and 2018, the Republicans they lost the suburbs for the first time since Bill Clinton, and like even when they got crushed by Obama twice, they still won the suburbs. So it's a very bad sign for them. But, you know, overall, I think that Haley wouldn't get the populist wing out. So it's like a Haley, you know, like John James is also a very strong option for the Republican Party. And, yeah. So, okay, let's see. Who else? The Neiman channel, yeah, she does have good experience. She was the former ambassador of the United Nations. Yeah, so there's a general consensus that Haley is a good candidate. Alright, so I made a video on this a few weeks back. I might do an election night, but, you know, Haley, 2024, whoa, okay. For Nikki Haley in 2024, maybe she'll go against Joe Kennedy, Andrew Cuomo, AOC, although I hope that she doesn't get the nomination. How would we deal with the national debt from Alexis Rowland? Okay, so, Henry, okay, can I let you talk about the national debt? How do you deal with debt?
You get loans, and you hopefully can pay off the debt.
Doesn't that mean you go deeper in the debt?
Well, yes, but
and that's
if
what
you-
happened to the U.S.
if you progressively make money from the debt.
But what if you
then-
don't? Doesn't that
Yeah,
mean
that's exactly
that doesn't
what
that mean that
happened
you
to
go
the
deeper?
US has
in-
just gotten deeper.
Okay, well then, if you don't succeed, then you're bad at debt, and you shouldn't do it. If you think that you have that risk, honestly,
Okay, so
is that
is there
advice?
another option other than borrowing more money?
Okay, so here's the
Making
solution.
money?
Okay, so these clowns are just like being random. All right, so
These
and
clowns.
and period. No, Henry is a boy. Henry is not a girl.
Yes, I sound very feminine. I'm sorry for that.
No,
but
trust me, he is secretly a girl. Oh wait, no, I mean she is secretly.
All right, so basically, so what I was saying. All right, okay, so I'll answer the question that Alexis Rowland asked. Then. No, okay. So, I will talk, but, yes, Dom2288, Henry, you're quoting Henry. So the national debt,
so
the GOP's, so what they say is tax and spend.
Oh.
What the GOP is doing, is they're basically, they're letting big corporations get off tax breaks, and instead of blaming Democrats trying to help poor people get healthcare, we need to tax the rich more and tax big corporations, because right now Amazon is paying $0 in taxes, and even the middle class is paying it a lot more.
Wait, actually, can I say something on that now?
No, because you're not part of the debate.
Wait, just quickly. Please.
No.
Really quickly?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. So Amazon gives its workers terrible conditions because, like, sometimes they have to be rushed off to ambulances, and they sometimes have them work
Okay.
until Christmas, and it's just terrible.
Okay, so period just said in chat who will win Senate majority or dot. Okay, so I think it'll be the Democratic Party 52-48. So I actually made a video about that a few days ago, so go check it out. It's probably just on my channel page. It's like a Senate prediction, and I believe it'll be 52-48 for the Democrats. So I'll answer that question, and so I'll go more in depth in that in a few seconds. But all right, so now we're gonna go. Yeah, Neiman. Yes, Trump is a moderate GOPer with a big mouth who says weird stuff. All right, so yeah, Trump is kind of all right, kind of in the in social issues he's very far to the right, but he's actually just quite moderate for the economy. And yes, Trump is much more centrist than Pence. Pence is a far right wing radical. Okay. Period. No, I'm not debating a girl. Okay. Do I support Black Lives Matter? Okay, so Henry, so I'll let you go first on do you support Black Lives Matter?
Of course I support Black Lives Matter.
Wait, can I say something
This-
about that?
No, Jason,
This will sound weird to some people, and I'm sorry if it does. I support all lives matter. I don't just support Black Lives Matter. I
All
think-
lives matter can't matter till Black Lives Matter.
All right, shut up.
Jason,
And
be quiet.
I
or we'll kick you out of
think
the room.
Asian lives matter. I think Indian lives matter. I also think that white lives matter. I'm not a white supremacist here, but I mean,
Wait, can I say this? So, there are some people who think that people who are saying Black Lives Matter are quote unquote black supremacists. And there's no such thing. Just because they want equal and they don't want to be called, like, mean stuff, doesn't mean that they're black supremacists.
Alright, so, Jason, I don't think that anyone really appreciated that, but, okay, I will go a bit more in depth.
I'm just lashing that.
Okay, so basically, I do believe that Black Lives Matter is, well, I believe that, Black Lives Matter, and people who say all lives matter, Henry didn't have bad intentions, but that comes off as ignorant, and, like, people who are saying that are completely ignoring how bad, how bad the black community has it, because they're getting, even centrists, like Michael Bloomberg, he put in a law, stop and frisk, and if you see, a black person who looks, shady or whatever that is, stop them and search their backpack or something, because it's racist. So, Black Lives Matter, I do support overall, but you should not be looting, you should not be breaking windows. Go vote. Go vote and get your voice heard. Don't break windows.
Wait, can I say
because
this about the rioters?
no, your two points have been unnecessary.
Okay, wait, let me just say this. So I think the Black Lives Matter movement is a good one, but I feel like the rioters, they are taking advantage of the situation. Like, I think at that point, they're not really actually fighting for Black Lives Matter, but they're just pretty much looting.
Okay. They,
A teen was gunned down at the George Floyd Memorial 2 days ago.
yes, it's sad. And I do want to talk about, Conrad. Okay, so I do want to talk about the people who are looting. If you're looting and you believe that, wait, who said, the third guy,
Someone just deleted a bunch of messages.
wait,
I deleted
third guy
that
with-
message. He should not.
Wait, what happened?
okay, there will be no deleting messages, Henry. Okay, so, sorry guys, I'm getting kind of off topic here, but the point is, if you are looting buildings and you believe the Black Lives Matter, then you are seriously making this whole situation look worse. Because there are a few bad apples who are making the whole Black Lives Matter movement look like some terrorist organization, and they're playing right into the right wing's hands. Okay, so I missed a lot of stuff. Okay, LGBTQ rights. I'm totally in favor of LGBTQ rights. I have gay friends. I have bisexual friends. I really don't care who you love. Just marry who you want, and I promise that if I'm one day your president, I don't care. Henry?
I promise that if I am one day your president, you also don't have to care.
Okay.
Yes, because he might be one of them. We're not entirely sure yet. We will investigate further. We'll get back to you with the video tomorrow.
Where did you get that from?
I extremely support this. I have a gay teacher and I also have a black teacher. I do not care if you are
Okay, your
gay
Spanish
or
teacher.
black. No, not my Spanish. What the heck?
No, I was talking to I was talking to you about it.
No, you timed him out too? Get timed out, dude!
No, that was an accident. Okay.
Get accidented, dude!
Okay, stop. Okay, stop. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. But okay, so we're gonna kind of go quickly. Who will win Senate majority? The Democrats. Okay, so I'll go over this pretty quickly. Currently, Democrats are 47 seats. They need 51 for a majority. So they're gonna lose Doug Jones in Alabama. So that's 46 seats, and so they're definitely gonna win in Colorado. Cory Gardner's just too unpopular. They're gonna win in Arizona. McSally's too unpopular, and the Neiman channel. That's not very nice. Don't time him out, Henry, because
Guys, stop it.
Okay, so yeah, they're gonna win in Montana. Steve Bullock is a very popular governor. Henry, stop timing out people, or we're gonna be kicked out of the debate.
And then he will be replaced with me.
And Iowa could flip to the Democrats. Probably won't though. Who else? Oh, North Carolina's definitely gonna flip to the Democrats. Tom Tillis is too unpopular to win re-election. Plus, Cal Cunningham, very strong opponent, who's gonna draw support from progressives and moderates. And Susan Collins, people who say that it's a presidential election year, so the Democrats can't win Montana. Same thing goes for Maine. Collins is just too unpopular to win re-election. All right. Okay, so
Mr. Unbiased.
so Wacky Jack. Hello, Wacky Jack. Wacky Jack is a good friend from my school.
Really?
All right. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know who Wacky Jack is, but
Okay.
hi there.
Well, his name's Jack. I'm pretty sure that's obvious.
Okay.
Yes, we're listening to you, Wacky Jack. We're gonna do a Wacky Jack thing and do a Wacky Jack suggested Wacky Jack.
What song? Okay, so we're gonna move on to Okay, so DomNom2288 just said
I love that name, Wacky Jack.
get the third guy in the debate. Which third guy do you mean?
Oh no, that's me. That's Jason.
No, I think it was Gold because I said it
Yeah,
like
okay,
right
I'll
after
be here instead.
Wait,
Okay,
no, it's
yes.
me. It's Jason.
No.
Wait. Tell me which voice you're talking about. Are you talking about my voice?
Or my voice.
Okay, tell us in the chat who is better.
First voice or second voice?
Wait,
My
who's better?
voice? Or
My voice.
Okay, which was better? All right. Okay, Political Talking Channel. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
It'll pop up soon.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't know what that means because that's in Russian and I don't speak Russian.
I speak Russian,
yeah, my
Conrad.
name is Boris.
Okay, so Wacky Jack. Basically.
You
Which
have
voice
done
was- wait,
good
which
deeds,
voice was-
Conrad.
Okay, Conrad.
You have given suggestion.
Okay. Stop. Okay. Okay. You're kind of just messing around here. All right. So, would Trump or Biden have a benefit or bad? Okay. So Trump is already a bad apple for the country. His inept coronavirus response. He's cost 140K plus people their lives. He's a horrible president and he needs to go as soon as possible. Joe Biden.
Needs to go.
Okay. Stop. Okay. Okay. Joe Biden. Yeah, Jason, you're getting off topic. Okay, Joe
My
Biden.
comrades have been taken
Shut
by
up.
divide.
Okay, just shut up.
Okay, Joe Biden. He'd probably be. I mean, honestly, Joe Biden. He would restore decency to America because he's a good person at heart. He has a lot of good policies, and some of them I disagree with, but he's a good person, and he would restore decency to America, and we could get back to the America that we used to be, which is the greatest country on earth, not Donald.
Not Donald Trump's version of America.
Yes,
You are wrong. The motherland is the greatest country on the earth.
because Donald Trump's America is an America where people are judged by their race.
My comrade will agree with me.
No, okay, Henry, I'm gonna kick you off. All right, so we're gonna end this stream because it's getting kind of
Boris has been very annoying.
okay.
1 second. Let me.
Okay.
Thank you, comrades, for supporting the first ever live stream of Unbiased election projections.
We'll do another
What the heck happened to my accent? I'm so sorry, guys.
We will do another one soon.
We will,
Oh, God,
comrades,
that's
we will be back on Monday. If that is okay with Unbiased election projections.
He's losing his Russian.
You sound
I'm
French
Russian and French and British at the same time, okay?
let's
Shut
just
up,
wrap
people.
this up, y'all.
And English.
Okay.
Guys,
So,
stop!
thank
This
you.
is my channel and I'm gonna talk. You understand me, buddy? Okay.
Thank you, comrade.
Okay. People are asking what's happening. Cringe is happening. Okay.
Wait, there's someone
Canada-
actually rushing on the chat.
Okay, Canada.
Yes, my comrade. Here.
Okay, Canada is doing very well, and in respect to Canada, it's spelled like this, Henry. It's spelled like that, not Conrad.
I'm Russian. I don't need to spell. I talk.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're getting off topic. This is
Conrad.
Okay, so thanks
Not
for.
Henry will speak
Shut
in
up. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and I hope
Okay,
to
also,
see you
everyone
all.
wish happy
Thank you, comrades.
Wait, also,
Bye-bye.
Leave a like.
It's
Leave a
Henry's-
like and subscribe. Thanks for supporting
Also,
the
I'll
stream.
put GG Sirhanw's channel in the
Also, guys,
chat.
it's Henry's birthday, so just wish him
Yeah.
happy birthday.
All right, bye.
That's why he's allowed.
Conrad.